Okay, so today I'm gonna crack a pre-release pack. I have the Chandra Red Origins pack, and got my weapon of choice here, so we're gonna crack her open. Let's not waste any time. So I haven't opened any of these yet. This is the first one I've opened. I don't know what the dice look like. I don't know what anything looks like. This is huge. I didn't realize this would be so huge. There is so much here. Forced to flee. First fire. Chandra Nalar. So I guess the story of Chandra and rebellious troublemaker who became an accomplished pyromancer with little regard to authority. And it shows you instructions, tips on how to build a sealed deck. Alright, and look, I got a Chandra card. Perfect. Got the Chandra pack, gonna get the Chandra card. That's awesome. That couldn't have worked out better for me. This is pretty exciting. Check out the sealed pack first. I'm always curious to see what's in sealed packs because they give you that for tournaments, so you can play with them that day that you get it. So I guess I got the flip card for the Chandra as well. That'll come in handy. It's got a normal back. It's got the planeswalkers on it, so I guess you just check off the Chandra. And from there, I'm gonna go through these slowly. Got Yeti with Reach. It's strictly better than Yeti. Yeti was pretty cool though. All of Tarkir changed, but Yeti stayed the same. So the seeded pack's pretty cool. This is all red cards. I got a Burn, I got a Haste guy, I got a Reach guy. What's this? As additional cost to cast Fiery Conclusion, sacrifice a creature. Fiery Conclusion deals 5 damage to her creature. Interesting. When this guy enters the battlefield, put out a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact token with flying onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. I really like how I got the Chandra though. Chandra's really sick. And there's her flaming side there in foil. Foil Planeswalker. That's pretty much best thing you could expect from getting these packs. I'm not even sure what the other seeded cards are. Maybe it's just all planeswalkers. Everyone gets a planeswalker. It flips. So there's your dice there for the red. That's kind of cool. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Get my good stuff pile over here. Alright, let's get started. I'm not gonna talk about every card, but I'll just kind of go through slowly and see what we get. Dragon Fodder reprint. It's just reprinted in Cons block. That's a new card. So this is supposed to be a core set, like the last core set. So I was expecting to see a lot of reprints, but I mean this is a lot of reprints already by the looks of it. Some cards also look like they could be left over from like Theros block, and that's pretty cool to me because it means that Magic's throwing in cards from like every, from like every like area they can, just because. Evolutionary Leap is a very interesting card. 2 mana, green enchantment, 1 green. Sacrifice a creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom in a random order. The essence of nature is change. It's the flavor text. So very interesting card, because it pretty well cycles for a random creature in your deck. Perhaps you run one creature, perhaps you run more than one creature. Very interesting deck building card. Put that one aside. I also got a Thopter token. That's pretty cool. What else? We got a Liliana pack, Chandra pack, Kithian pack, Jace pack. I'm gonna do the Kithian next. Kithian's Gideon. His name's kind of hard to pronounce, I find sometimes. Most of the game is learning a new language anyways, but Kithian is definitely how I'm gonna say the Gideon guy. See, like that Kithian's tactics. Another one of those guys. I did Servant's pretty good. There's a cycle of these. When he enters the battlefield, put out a zombie creature token for each card named this guy. Undid Servant. Pretty well, it's a common, so I imagine in draft or in a lot of limited play you'd see more of those than usual. Starfish is back. I got another green card. Looks like I got a couple things here. Let's read this one. So, reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all land cards from among them into your battlefield tapped, and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. If there are 2 or more instants or sorceries in your graveyard, untap those lands. So that's cool. I got an island and an ad. That's a pretty good ramp card. You just pay X and drop X lands, hopefully from the top of your deck. And then if you're casting other instants and sorceries, you get to just untap those lands and be able to use them. That's really awesome for ramping into, or ramping with. Talent of the Telepath, 4 mana. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals the top 7 cards of his or her library. You may cast an instant or sorcery from among them without paying its mana cost. Then that player puts the rest in his graveyard. If there are 2 more instants in your instants or sorceries in your graveyard, you may cast 2 revealed instants instead of 1. Seems cool. And steal a spell, I suppose. I got a foil in the pack. It's a foil common. 3 manas. When this guy enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. Another checklist card. And an emblem. This will be good because I have the Chandra, so that's pretty cool. And there's also goggles on the back. That's kind of neat. It's fun dropping the camera, moving the camera around. I'm just gonna keep on going because like this is a ton of packs, and I don't think it matters that much. People just want to see what's in packs, and I think I'm getting some pretty cool pulls. Smash to Smithereens is back. So I got a Mage Ring Responder for 7 mana. He's an artifact creature. So he doesn't untap during your untapped step. You have to pay 7 mana to untap him. Whenever he attacks, it deals 7 damage to target creature defending player controls. That seems cool. You gotta pay a ton of mana to untap them, but that's fine. That seems to be like the blocker creature that you keep around for blocking. A mental token. Yeah, that guy's cool. Artifact Lord. Boost your artifacts +1/+1. Okay, so I got a Mythic with Liliana on it. What is this thing? Demonic Pact. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Demonic Pact deals 4 damage to target creature or player, and you deal... yeah, that to a creature or player, and you gain 4 life. Or, you can choose this on your upkeep. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Or, on your upkeep, you can choose to draw 2 cards. Last option here, and probably last option you ever want to choose on this card. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. So eventually you'll have to choose, you lose the game. But you'll draw your cards, deal 4 damage to something. Seems okay. What you want to do is bounce that to your hand. That way you don't have to get killed by it, and then you just replay it. This is a pretty cool card to get in foil, especially because I have the Chandra. So I have Chandra's parents, Pia Nira Nalar, 4-mana legendary creature, 2/2. When this enters the battlefield, put out 2 of the colorless Thopter tokens, and then also you can sacrifice an artifact, and it'll deal 2 damage to target creature or player. So this is pretty cool. I got Chandra's parents and Chandra in the same box. Seems like Magic's been doing a lot of like time-oriented sets. It's like the last set was dragons. You've seen young dragons, old dragons, and then you've seen how they change over time and stuff. And then you see like child planeswalkers. You got like Kid Jace. You got like Kid Chandra. I want to see Kid Ajani. He'd be like a child like cat thing. Just going through these pretty quickly. This thing's too late. Okay, so 2-mana instant until end of turn. If a creature would enter their battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So if they try to trick it in without paying for its mana cost, you can just exile it as it enters. It's like a white counter spell for creatures. I got a swamp. I also said draw a card on it. So it's like a cantrip. I suppose you don't have to necessarily target something coming into the field. I don't know. It seems okay. I think the card's too new to really like say yay or nay if it's good or not. So I'll just go over the good stuffs. So got the Hallowed Moonlight. Got the Chandra's Parents. Got Demonic Pact. Mage Ring Responder. Emblem, that goes with the Chandra. That guy in foil. Talon and the Telepath. Animist Awakening seems really, really interesting because it's a giant ramp card. Same with this Evolutionary Leap. It's too brand new to say really what it can do. But pretty well you can sacrifice a creature in response to something killing it, and then you just go and get a new one and pretty well cycle out your creature for something new. So it seems interesting. Got the Emblem. Got the Chandra. That's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.